David Muir sends a heartfelt message to his family as he acknowledges the bittersweet end of an era. David Muir's family legacy was recently on display at Syracuse's Everson Museum of Art, courtesy to a long-running exhibition of his uncle Doug Muir's acclaimed photography work. When the show debuted in May, the ABC News anchor, 49, was overjoyed, reuniting with members of his family in his hometown of Syracuse, New York. Over a month later, the gallery, titled Doug Muir, Coming Home, would be closing, with David posting a rare personal message on behalf of the entire family on his Instagram stories. Last day to view, what an extraordinary run at the Everson Museum, he wrote. The Muir family is grateful to the community and most of all to the tireless team at the Everson Museum of Art. Alongside his message was one of the photos from the exhibition, an adorable shot of a young David in 1976, when he was just a 3-year-old, sporting a bowl cut while shielding himself from the camera. The photos will be on display at the Everson Museum till September 3rd, although a few will remain as part of their permanent collection. A majority of the late Doug's works are housed at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. Alongside a display of the photos, a documentary on the prolific photographer will also play, produced by none other than David himself, who was present at an event commemorating the gallery back in July. He was joined by his cousin Heather, Doug's daughter, and shared photos from the ceremony at which they presented scholarships to several young photographers and artists in his uncle's name. "This is my cousin Heather Muir and me on stage at the Everson Museum of Art," David penned. "Our hearts are still full after a record turnout to celebrate the work of her father, my uncle, the late photographer, Doug Muir. We announced the first annual Doug Muir Photography Art Scholarships honoring the next generation of artists in the Syracuse City School District and surrounding community." Doug was renowned for his photographs that spanned several decades and a variety of prominent events. From the Vietnam War to Mick Jagger's infamous altercation at the Syracuse War Memorial in 1966, the World News Tonight anchor had previously described his uncle as a whip-smart, talented, gentle soul while sharing more memories of their time together and more photos he'd taken of their family. He previously shared some downright adorable photographs of his childhood spent with his cousins in upstate New York alongside his own father and others, playing in the sun. Along with that, David wrote, "Coffee with my dad, 1976. Doug Muir, my late uncle, took these images. I'm overjoyed that his work, from New York to California to Texas and all across the world, is making its way back home."